Hey FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh here from Creative Leigh on Sunday the 13th of February 2022 with FLOSSTUBE number 112. I usually have notes and I don't know where I put my paper that had notes on and I'm not getting up again. Welcome to this very dreary day in Upper Hutt, Wellington, North Island, New Zealand. We've had some quite crappy weather in New Zealand the last few days. Those of you in New Zealand will know. Dad rang me this morning to see if I was okay and I'm like, yeah. He said, oh, the road's closed and State Highway 2's closed and up at Lower Hutt and slips in Wellington and all sorts of stuff. I'm like, I just had a good night's sleep, so I wasn't aware of any of this. Definitely windy, very rainy. I've had rain since, don't remember, Thursday maybe, and the grass is looking very green and long. So you have a few days of rain and you go from brown and not growing to green and lush, so that's exciting. Go out just before, braved the rain, went out and got myself a takeaway coffee and a date scone because I felt like treating myself, and that was delicious. The date scone didn't last very long and it was nice to get a proper coffee. Because I've been working from home, I don't go and get a proper coffee every day. It's a bit of a treat really. Anyway, I am going to have a lovely chill afternoon, fold some laundry, watch some more episodes of Queer Eye, which means I'll have a little cry because I do. Just catching up on the latest season of Queer Eye, the post-COVID season. I think it's set largely in Texas, and I think I've watched 2 episodes, and just at the end of the second one I was like, ooh, because I cry at anything. I have had a couple of lovely birthday treats in the last week from subscribers, and both of them came at the right time, as in I was feeling low or struggling or despondent or whatever, you know, all those things that you get during a pandemic, especially when you live alone and are working from home and can easily like not sort of see people for a few days. As some of you will know, it's birthday month. Birthday month continues until at least the 18th of January. Nope, February. So we've still got another 5 days to go, give or take. But anyway, I'm not going to name a name, but someone was very generous with my coffee link that's in the doobly-doo, and donated me multiple coffees for my birthday, and I was overwhelmed. Such a lovely thing to do, and I really appreciate it. And I'll make good use of those coffee donations. And then yesterday, and I haven't even messaged Chris to say, and this I did actually cry. I went to the mailbox, and what's interesting, okay, for people who don't know, mailboxes in New Zealand are generally a box on a stick or a post out in the middle of the lawn, you know, by the footpath, and they're quite exposed to the elements. Let's just say it's been raining for several days, and this is very brave of this to be sent in the mail, and I was speechless that it arrived in what looks like excellent condition, and I'm overwhelmed with it. It's beautiful. So I'm going to work backwards, and first of all, Chris, the lovely Chris, sent me a gorgeous birthday card. So the birthday card came in a very special envelope, which is the thing that amazed me. This cute little owl card opens up with a little message inside, and it's paper pieced and appeals to the scrapbooker in me who has the, you know, thousands of dollars worth of craft supplies. And I love it, it's so cute. So I have yet to scrapbook my 50th, so this will definitely be part of that. And isn't it amazing? Anyway, first of all, I get this beautiful card inside a very special envelope. Now I've moved the postage sticker to cover Chris's address, but this is how it arrived in my mailbox. A beautifully stitched envelope, and I can't believe, like yesterday, it was, I don't know how it got to me not wet. It was a letterbox in the rain, and it arrived. And this is the back of it. Look at that. Oh my God. It's beautiful. And it just opens up with some snaps, and the little card was in there. Oh my God. Like, you're so brave, Chris, to first of all stitch this beautiful object. I mean, look at the colours. I love how even the hearts are alternated. Like these couple of burnt orange ones, the perfect rusty red. Anyway, first of all, how could you even let this go? That is generosity beyond, I need to be a nicer person. I'm way too selfish. And then she put it in the mailbox and sent it to me, and it got here, and it's perfect, and I cannot believe it got here. So thank you so much. It's just amazing. It's so amazing, and I'm going to keep this and display it beautifully. So obviously I've covered up Chris's address. I think I said that already. I'm a bit like, look, I've gone a bit red. So yeah, thank you so much, Chris. This is stunning, and the colours are perfect, and I love it, and yeah, it's amazing. So that was just like, wow. So 50th birthday has just been the most amazing time. Have I bought anything? No, I haven't bought anything. It's almost like I'm a bit overwhelmed with, I kind of want to buy something, but I can't decide, and I look through Etsy and I go, because you know at the moment still can't get mail from the States, so we're still waiting to hear, well, it's not easy to get stuff from the States. So I was like, well, I'll look through Etsy, and then I'll go, oh, I'm overwhelmed with how many, you know, the 900 things, however many things that are in my favourites folder. It's, I looked at it recently when we were talking with some friends at the stitching gathering, and it was something like, I can't remember, 300, 600, you know, like more than I'm ever going to stitch. But anyway, I haven't bought anything for the last week. Have I saved any free charts? No. I am kitting something up, which I'm going to start with Christine down in Dunedin. I'm just waiting for her to let me know when to start this. We'll do a start along. I showed you this chart the other week. It's the free chart from Les Filles de Mimi from Belgium. Again, that's the address down the bottom. I did get it from the Facebook group. It's just me working out my things. It's a Quaker, so I do my Quakers on 40 count. It's just the thing that I do, is I make my own rules. It helps me narrow stuff down. And I don't want to buy anything, and it's quite big. It's 279 by 279, so on 40 count it's 14 inches square stitched. It's quite a big one. So I decided the only 40 count really that I have big enough that is an appropriate colour. Actually, I think the only 40 count I have big enough is this 40 count mallow raw linen from Zweigart, because I have still a big ass piece, because I've cut a massive long strip for one of my Isabelle Vautier charts, and so I needed a long piece, so I got heaps of this. So 40 count mallow. I don't want to do it in these peachy, pinky colours, for anyone who cares. It's charted, it looks like it's charted for 7 colours, but there are 2 symbols for the same colour, so it's actually charted for 6 colours, and those are the colours it's charted for. So lovely, but very kind of vintagey, dusky, old lady pink. I am going to use one of these stitch palettes. I'm just showing you them for examples. I went through and had a look at them. Given that the chart's sort of tonal, I'm probably more likely to go for one of these two than I am for one of these two. These sort of have some quite marked changes. So anyway, I've got to decide. I'll get the flosses out, but I stitched in DMC, and I'm probably going to use Bed of Roses, I guess because the chart's called Mary Rose. I like the reference. So either Bed of Roses, which, yeah, or I probably will, because the other one that I was thinking about, this one down here, it has 919 and 921, which, given I just stitched that Modern Folk Embroidery last year, which was in 919 and 922, I'm like, maybe let's have something slightly different and go up here where we've got a terracotta, the burnt orange red, the burnt orange, sorry, bright orange red, burnt orange, and a light orange spice. So yeah, it's probably going to be the Bed of Roses. So that's from Stitch Palettes. You can just look on their side. 6 colours. I like having those dark browns in there as well. I might tweak colours either side. Like I might, instead of 938, I might go to one that's slightly lighter to have a little bit more variation here. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking. So that's going to be, I guess, I'm considering that kitted up because I have the fabric, I have the chart, and I have DMC. I just have to decide with Christine when we're going to start it. So anyone else who wants to jump on, you're welcome. It'll be sometime in the next few weeks, probably. So that's going to be, I don't know, a start in probably not. It might be next week or it might be the week after. We'll see. What have I stitched? I stitched a little bit more. Last week, you may recall, I had been working a little bit on Sunrise by Carolyn Manning Design, sort of pushing towards the finish. I'm stitching this on 20 count Aida, dyed by Tom and Lily in the colour Soleil. Trying to find the floss in the colour Soleil, and I'm at the stage where I'm colour completing, so that's what I'm stitching that on. And as I finish a colour, I'm pulling them off, so I'm getting less and less on my floss mess, which is really good. And I had mentioned that I was sort of stitching a yellow colour that I wanted to finish before I put it away, so I did do a little bit more. So I finished all of that dark yellow there. I still had to come across here a little bit, and down in here, and then I think I pulled one other colour and I stitched that. So I did another, I don't know, 300 or 400 stitches before I put that away, and it's now on 80 something percent, I think it is, to go. So yep, getting there. But that's all I did on that one, just on Sunday afternoon, just to, I like to finish things at a certain point when I put them away, whether it be finish a motif or a colour or a row. So I stitched on that. And then I had my, I think I'd announced it, start number 4, which was going to be L for Lounging. This is a charted by Lena, Lawson, Needlearts on Etsy, and it's a licensed chart of the artwork of Pascal Muguru. I don't know how to say that, Muguru. So L is for Lounging. This chart was gifted to me by Carolyn, my friend here in Wellington, and I decided to stitch it on 32 count platinum linen by Zweigart. And guess what? I went full on monogamous, working from home. I finished it. It's a little bit crooked because there's a whole lot of tent stitch through here, and then bad over it's got a bit anyway, I find it pretty straight, and when it gets lace, it will come a bit more straight. But anyway, so cute. So with their little peach bottom bum there, peach buttocks, and I made a wee change. I did her wings in a metallic, just a random metallic that I had. It's not Zweigart or anything. It's definitely more visible in person. I don't know that I love how I did it, but I'm not pulling that stuff out. Especially where some of her hair is stitched under the wings and then you do some on top, and it's fine. It is charted for 3865, and I just wanted to do something different. If I was doing it again, I would have couched it, but I didn't couch it. So yeah, shoved my personalisation in here, just in the bottom of the L. Yeah, and it's done. So I'm really happy with it, how it turned out. Sweet little stitch. Hate how the chart's charted. Like the back stitching for the wings is yellow on top of, you know, largely white half stitched design, and I just went random in the end, which I think is fine. It's a sort of random, like it's not a pattern to the wings. Anyway, that's all done. So started on start number 4 of 50 that was. Started this last Sunday evening on the 6th of February, and I finished it this morning on the 13th of February. So 8 days, start to finish. Call for DMC, and that's done. So really happy with that. So that is 4 starts out of 50, and finished 2 of them. Good girl me. So thank you again, Carolyn, for the chart. It was just a gift from her last year. I think she was ordering a couple for herself, so why not order a few more? I've checked with Carolyn. She doesn't have any other L's in her life that would need this chart, so I offered it back to her if she wanted it. So I'm offering this up for somebody who wants to stitch this, who has an L in their life, or L is for anything really. L is for lounging. If you would like this, tell me about an L in your life that you might want to stitch this for, and the L may be L is for love, L is for linguistics, L is for laughter, L is for licentious, whatever. Let me know, say L is for, and I'm going to look for the phrase L is for, like that. So I'm going to look for L space I is space FOR. So if you don't say L is for, I won't find you. So yeah, L is for is what I'm going to search for when I do it, and you tell me that and you go in the draw. I'll post it anywhere in the world. Keep in mind, anywhere other than Australia, it's probably going to take several weeks to get to you. That's fine. It'll be in a plastic, I'll have it double bagged, so it'll be in a plastic bag, bit of card, and in probably a plastic mailer as well, so it'll be double plastic covered, and it'll get to you eventually. Yay, it's just passing that on. So that was, yeah, start number 4, finish number, it's actually finished number 4 for the year. I'm keeping a track of my stitchy journal, which I'll just show at the end of the month once it looks pretty-ish. Can you hear the wind? I don't know if you can hear the wind. Okay. One more thing to cover, and then we'll wrap this up. It's a quick little video, and just, I'm staying home really, and just avoiding people generally. And I have my stepbrother coming to stay on Thursday. So Mark and his partner Penny from Christchurch, they are coming into Wellington on Thursday. They're going to catch up with some friends. Penny went to school here, so she has some friends to catch up with, and we're going to have dinner. They're going to stay the night, and then they're going to drive north, eventually getting to my dad's to stay with him, and then of course Mark can visit his mum in the home, and yeah, so that's going to be nice. But I want to make sure that they can come and stay, so I'll stay away from people so I don't get exposed to the COVID. That would suck if they flew in and I couldn't see them. So my start this afternoon, start number 5, is going to be a Plum Street because I have 3 or 4 Plum Streets in the box and I feel like stitching a Plum Street. I feel like a single strand over something, which this is, and I just pulled one out randomly really. It's A Gentleman's Daughter, and I've had this chart for like 2 years and I've had it kitted up for ages. So it's about time I'm going to start it, and I'm going to keep the British flag, the Union flag, because Jane Austen was British and it's a very Britishy sort of scene. Yay, the sheep. And to remind everybody who hasn't seen it for a few weeks, I'm going to be stitching this on one of my Victorian Motto sampler shop fabrics, Sand. I do enjoy their fabric. And it's a partial conversion, so I have like ruby slippers, and I've got 3 of the called for, I think, maybe 4 ruby slippers, which is, I love that colour, hickory sticks, and deep sea, so those, and maybe parchment, so I've got 4 of the called for, I think. And then the rest are subs, some of the DMC, which may or may not be called for, probably because it's the pale people's skins. And I haven't decided about what black. I'll probably just use DMC because there's not that much black in there. So yeah, so that's going to be exciting. I think I've only stitched 1 Plum Street, and they're deceptively big. Like you think, oh yeah, that's a little chart, and it's not. Haven't stitched a big white house, so that's cool. So that's what I'll be starting on. I don't expect to finish that this week, so don't worry. They won't all be starts and finishes each week. Yay. So that's going to be exciting. That's it. That's my video, short and sweet. Everybody enjoy your stitching, stay safe. And if you're in Wellington at the moment, New Zealand, stay dry. Hopefully the cyclone doesn't cause too much drama for you and where you live, and wish me luck for this week because it's the first full week, 5-day week that I've had to work for ages, and it's going to be hard. I'll talk to you all next week. As always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.